Did they lie? It seems like over the last few years we have seen power station companies telling us to switch away from gas and go to the ease of using one of these power stations. You don't have to deal with any smelly fumes, no gasoline, no oil changes and more, and not to mention when instances like this happen. You stupid son of a... You won't come back in all frustrated and probably kick the dog. Power stations like these are super easy to use. You simply press some buttons, they turn on, and that's really about it. But if you've looked at some of the advertising a lot of these companies have done, they will say no maintenance, which technically is kind of a pretty big lie. Now, one of the first things when you pull this out of the box, even if you just look at this sticker right here, it says to fully charge before first use, so where it voids the warranty, and then charge it every 3 months after that. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds a lot like maintenance, because a gas generator, you should typically run them about every 3 to 6 months depending. The reason why you run a gas generator every 3 to 6 months really is for a few reasons. Like if you're running ethanol fuel, you definitely want to run that every once in a while to help move that fuel through the fuel system, because it can varnish and become corrosive, hardening up fuel lines, also corroding your carburetor, plugging up the jets and more. And if you don't take care of it soon enough, well, that whole carburetor may become junk and you might have to throw it away and replace it. Now you can use additives for gasoline like this ethanol shield. I like using that along with Lucas. There's also Stabilzer. Those are all good products that you can use, but another reason you also want to run it is also to keep the internals lubricated. Depending if you're maybe in a coastal area or high humidity, you can get rust that can develop on the cylinder walls, creating pitting. You can get stuck rings, not to mention the internals can also rust because they don't have any lubrication on them or any oil. So depending on where you live and the environment where that generator is, it's best to run them once in a while. And not to mention, it also keeps the seals from getting dried out and cracked. And another reason too is it also helps keep that battery fully charged up if you don't have a battery maintainer or a charger on it, which then when you go to use the generator, it should hopefully start right up. But going back to these power stations where it says to charge it every 3 months, that's not specific to this brand. It doesn't matter if it's Bluetti, it doesn't matter if it's EcoFlow, Anchor, or even this big backup system behind me, they all need maintenance. And one of the things you have to do actually periodically, twice a year at least, is discharging it all the way down to 0% and then charging it back up to 100% to recalibrate the BMS. And depending on the size of the power station or the system that you have, this can take actually maybe a few hours. As an example, I'll use this EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra. I was doing a cycle, just like I'm mentioning here, to discharge this all the way to 0. When it got to 2%, it said 16 minutes, and so I decided to start a timer. I left and came back, and about 30 minutes later, I noticed it was still at 1%, and it was still not fully discharged. So I decided to come back a little bit later, and to my surprise, at 1 hour and 24 minutes, even though it said 16 minutes, it was still discharging at that 2200 watt load. And about 2 minutes after that, it finally went to 0 and shut off so I could start recharging it back to 100%. Now again, depending on how big that system is, it might take a few hours to charge that from 0 all the way up to 100 so that BMS can reset. Now when doing it to these types of units, basically when you buy something like this brand new, you want to charge it up to 100% to reset the BMS. And then if you're not going to use it and immediately store it, you should discharge it to about 80%. Somewhere between 60 and 80 is where they say to discharge the unit and then store it. But here's where they tell you that if it's only going to be stored for about 3 months, well, then you should charge it back up to 100% and then discharge it back to 80 and then put it back away again for storage. But then let's say you're going to store it for 6 months or maybe a little bit longer, 8-9 months. Well, then that's when you should do that full depletion to 0% and then charge it all the way back up to 100% and then discharge it back to that 80 so you can then again store it for another 6 to 8 months. Now, I don't know about you, but that sure sounds like maintenance to me, because if you have to continue to do that repetitively, and it even says to maintain proper health, like in this manual from Bluetti right here for this power station, you can see before storing, charge to 40 to 60% state of charge, then power off and disconnect all cables. And just a little bit below that, it says to fully cycle the unit every 6 months to maintain battery health. And right below that, avoid extended storage as it may impact performance and also lifespans. So again, there's quite a bit more maintenance here than I typically normally do with my generator. Now, I store my generators in a shed where the temperatures can be anywhere from 30 degrees all the way up to 120 degrees in this thing. So that's normal storage for most people who store generators. Now, when it comes to storing power stations, you're talking something totally different. Now that is something you don't want to do with these power stations when you're storing them. Typically they tell you to store it in an area that is humidity free, cool, dry place, somewhere between 65 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit, which that's not always ideal for everybody to leave these in a place where the temperature is always maintained between those two perimeters. Now, if you're always using these, say in a travel trailer, maybe a camper van or something else, it's better to use them versus them sitting just like a generator. Generators aren't meant to sit and just be not used for years on end. That's like with anything. It doesn't matter if it's your car, a lawnmower, airplanes, it doesn't matter. Nothing likes to sit. It's just like you. If you sit in your chair for years on end, you will rot away and not be able to get up and do things. So it's best to keep using things, keep moving, and everything works better. Now, of course, you can find all the storage information in the manuals, which I tell a lot of my viewers to do because I'll answer questions all the time that are right in this manual. And you can even do a quick Google search to usually find a lot of these answers anyways. So again, when it comes to storing these power stations, yes, there's definitely going to be some maintenance, and that is keeping it from 60 to 80% charged, charging it about every 3 months back to 100%, then discharging it back to that 80%, and then about every 6 to 8 months you should do a full complete deep cycle charge down to 0, and don't let it sit there for more than maybe a couple hours at best. Then charge it back up to 100% to reset that BMS, then discharge it back to 80% so you can then store it. Now, can you charge these and store them at 100%? Yeah, if it's only going to be for maybe a few weeks, like say a storm is coming, then you can charge it, kind of have it on the ready, and then it's not going to hurt it. But you don't want to store it for longer than say a month at 100% because it can speed up that degradation. So it's really best to discharge it back down to about that 80% mark if you're going to again store it. But if you're going to use it, then charging it to 100 and letting it sit for a few days or a couple weeks, it really isn't going to change too much. It's really the long-term storage at 100% because remember, most of these are all lithium iron phosphate, and the battery technology is much better than the traditional just lithium ion stuff where they really wanted you to stay at that 80 to 20% rule in order to get the maximum amount of battery life out of it. And I don't know about you, but if I'm buying one of these, I'm going to pretty much use it from almost top to bottom. I pretty much don't discharge past about 5%, but I will charge all the way to 100%, especially if it's something I'm using consistently, like these backup systems here or something that's on my RV, which is one of the pros with power stations or power systems is that if you use them properly, they can start to pay for themselves because you can charge them up with solar power, and then that's just free energy that you can capture every single day that's provided to us for free. Versus a gas generator, they constantly just consume product. They consume fuel, they consume oil, they need the maintenance of spark plugs and more. So they don't really ever pay for themselves. They're just a tool that is always ready to use, but does need a consistent product to keep it going. Now, one of the best things you can do though is actually use a gas generator with one of these units, because then you end up charging this in say 2 hours, and then this can run all night. Versus a lot of times people would run a gas generator just to run the refrigerator for hours at a time, drawing 200, 300, 400 watts. Versus one of these can easily do that for anywhere from 8 to maybe 20 hours depending on the load. And then you would go out the next morning, charge this back up for 2 hours, and then again maybe one more time in the evening, charge this back up in 2 hours, and then you're good to go overnight again, not having to run that gas generator and saving that precious fuel. And again, if you can charge this with solar and maybe the gas generator at the same time, well, now you're saving even more fuel. Now, did they lie to us when they said that these don't need maintenance? I don't know if it's a lie or maybe a marketing thing, but they definitely need maintenance, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to continue to use them, because I don't know about you, this has been one of the best little technology advancements that we've had in a long time since doing the old standard battery with an inverter and everything else. Having a power box like this is almost like something you would see in Star Wars, kind of like when you're charging up R2-D2 with that little power box that he had. I mean, imagine what these batteries will be like in another 15 or 20 years. Instead of this being 2,000 watt hours, it might be 6, 8, 10,000 watt hours by the time we get there. Who knows? Technology is moving pretty quick, so it'll be exciting to see what happens when we get there. So anyway, I hope this video helped you out and maybe reminded you that it's maybe time to actually do a full cycle on the power station that you may already own. I will leave some storage tips down in the comments section below, and I hope this video helped you out, and I hope to see you guys in another one.